link and your login credentials.
Okay, okay.
The login is not accepting my password.
Just give me a moment. I'll just show it. And then standard handles reset the password. I'm doing it.
Hi, just I logged. I'm trying to log in through iPad. It's saying for better experience, use the latest version of Chrome. Is it not compatible to iPad? I will log in through a laptop.
Uh, you can log in.
No, it's saying that Emvies Awards for better experience, use latest version of the Chrome on web. Currently not compatible for mobile devices. I think it's
Yeah,
treating
mobile.
iPad as a mobile
Maybe
device.
you can just yes, yes, sir. So you
Get the
can do
laptop.
one thing. You
Hmm.
can just use this desktop version on the Google Chrome. If you click on the right side of
Maybe
corner,
I'll get a laptop otherwise. I mean, I was just thinking that will be compatible to iPad. Okay.
I just wanted to clarify. So while the Zoom is on, we are supposed to see it on the other device and put in the scores, right? Because I
yes,
thought that in the Zoom the presentations will happen in
yeah,
this meeting.
presentations will happen in the Zoom itself, ma'am, and you will be able to score on the other portal logins where
Okay, so you haven't started the we'll wait for you, right? Then for this Netflix
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, Sandra Daniels, we have sent you the log. I've reset the password and sent you a private message.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you're able to log in, right? Yeah. Are we good to go for the presentation?
Yes, can you allow me a minute to set up?
Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I am ready.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anushri Shetty, and I will be taking you through the next case study for Netflix, Rana Naidu. Two South superstars, a powerful action-packed recipe for Netflix and chill. Introducing Rana Naidu, a high adrenaline thriller starring Rana Daggubati and Venkatesh. The show follows the titular character Rana Naidu, who makes a living by fixing the messes left behind by his famous clients, including Bollywood celebrities, touted to be the fixer of the stars. This was a full of firsts for Netflix. Not only was the Mama Bhanja duo coming on the big screen for the first time, but also it was the first time that Netflix was launching an original with Telugu stars in the lead. Our objective, therefore, was to entice the HSM market to watch Rana Naidu. Unlike Netflix's typical releases, we had no big Bollywood names to attract the HSM audience. But we had two South superstars and a strong storyline. Our next task was to get people to sign up for Netflix. Before we move ahead, I'm sure all of us are aware of this breaking news. From Aryan Khan's drug case to Deepika Padukone's pregnancy to Poonam Pandey's rumored death, there is an innate curiosity in people to know about the lives of their cherished celebs. In India, breaking news, scandals, and sensationalism wield significant influence. Which brought us to our consumer insight. Indians are no strangers to Bollywood scandals, sensational content, and clickbait. In today's digital world, they just keep clicking, getting more and more caught up in the excitement. In short, breaking news captivates with its immediacy, scandals intrigue with their revelations, and sensationalism grabs attention with drama. We took this insight and designed our media approach, the 3 C's. Drive content with relevant context to generate the right connection. Marrying our approach to the insight, our aim was to capture all the 3 C's and deliver them by being present around scandals leading to clickbaits. To bring this to life, we chose a multimedia approach, with clickbait being our strategy. We used platforms that carried exaggerated content or provocative headlines. To begin with, digital was our lead medium. We collaborated with TOI and seeded scandalous banners of Rana that acted as clickbait. To make this more controversial, we roped the paparazzi favorite Janhvi Kapoor and created a series of promos that took B-Town and the paparazzi by surprise. The buzz went a notch higher when we used deepfake technology to send personalized messages on WhatsApp, the topmost medium to spread fake news. To create buzz and conversations, we partnered with 200 plus influencers who posted over 500 content pieces as memes and used it as clickbait. On mainline media, we advertised largely on news to drive reach and frequency. Print, which carries breaking news, was an obvious choice to build awareness by publishing our launch and review creatives in leading publications. We promoted the series on cinema and OOH in key metros to drive recall and ensure maximum visibility. Let me take you through the AV to showcase what we did.
हेलो
बड़ा कांड हो गया है, फट रही है राणा, प्लीज तुम ही सॉल्व कर सकते हो।
पता है।
Introducing Rana Naidu, the story of Rana, a fixer who solves all of the problems of the rich and famous, including Bollywood celebrities. Featuring Telugu superstars Rana Daggubati and Venkatesh. It was the first time Netflix India was using a Telugu cast in an original to appeal to an HSM audience. Our challenge, therefore, was to get the HSM belt excited for this action-packed series. We tapped into the insight that people are obsessed with celebrities, their personal life and their actions. They are fascinated with scandals and controversies around them. And so we leveraged this insatiable curiosity to grab attention and generate shock value. We collaborated with India's #1 news website, Times of India, and placed scandalous banners of Rana that acted as clickbait. Once the user clicked on the banner, it took them to a microsite. The microsite gave a snippet into the life of Rana, his character, and the storyline. This collaboration delivered a CTR of 2.29%, that was higher than the industry benchmark. Next, we turned controversy into curiosity. We brought in Janhvi Kapoor, who is always in the limelight for all the wrong reasons, to shape the storyline of Rana.
राना, तुम तो हर सेलिब्रिटी की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते हो। Can't you solve मेरी एक और प्रॉब्लम?
We released a video of Rana and Janhvi forcibly putting someone in the trunk of a car. This video became viral on the internet and was picked up by the PAPs as well as Bollywood and entertainment websites. Later, a series of promos were released on Instagram and YouTube which became the talk of the town. To take this fever a notch higher, we used deep fake technology to deliver personalized greetings from Rana.
Hey Anushri, how are you feeling today? Your friend Shilpa has sent in this gift to you. You're a fan of Decouple.
Users had to chat with Rana on WhatsApp to send a personalized gift to their loved ones. They had to mention their beloved's favorite show name. This would then create a personalized message for that special someone, which had the Rana Naidu messaging incorporated within it. To build further anticipation, we used meme marketing. Netflix put up a tweet from their handle that stirred conversations. We collaborated with over 200 plus influencers to create 500 plus engaging content via memes. What followed next was a 4 weeks high visibility campaign on TV. We partnered with leading print publications that garnered approximately 14 million reach during launch and review weekend. We further amplified this activity with eye-catchy outdoor billboards, 500 plus cabs, and tactfully used cinema all around the country. And the results were record-breaking. Rana Naidu dominated screens with 463 million viewing hours in India and was trending in the top 10 for 9 to 10 weeks. Netflix monthly active users increased by 2x. The campaign delivered a staggering 205 million reach with 500,000 plus engagements. Here's to Netflix and the groundbreaking journey of Rana Naidu. Rana ने सब सॉर्ट किया.
Thank you, jury. Thank you, Ad Club.
Thank you. Next presentation is YouTube.
Hi, I'll just give me a moment to set up my screen.
Yeah.
Just let me know when my screen is visible. And am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Is my screen visible?
Not yet.
Okay. Let me reshare it.
Also, you have not shared the sound. While you're sharing, please make sure to share the
Yeah,
sound.
yeah. Let me try again. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
I hope there's no black box coming in above the screen.
It's good to go. You
Yeah,
can
okay.
start.
So, okay, I'll start.
Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. I'm not a big fan of sports. Yet I remember the London Olympics 2012, where the Jamaican team set a world record in running the fastest relay race ever. And this record, by the way, is yet to be broken. This relay race personifies the electrifying pace of pop culture today. Hi, I'm Advitya, and I will present in our case study today, I will present how YouTube also ran a similar relay race to keep up with India's ever-evolving pop culture, which is fueled by short-form videos. We'll start with some fun facts. Did you know an average person's attention span has gone down to 8 seconds? This is even less than that of a goldfish. We scroll 300 feet of content every day This is as tall as the size of Statue of Liberty. In the 38 minutes that Gen Z spend on these short form video apps, they scroll 75 different stories. So when YouTube entered this crazy universe with shorts, we had two key tasks. One, to drive perception that YouTube Shorts is a fun platform to be on, and then enable participation through creations on the platform. And in order to do so, we knew we had to win with Gen Z, as they're the heartbeat of this crazy universe. So our approach was powered by two engines with an eye: Ignite, to stimulate their minds with breakthrough moments, and Inspire, which ensured continuous flow of uninterrupted trends for them. With Ignite, we've identified evergreen Gen Z and pop culture themes like sports, music, and dance, and launched hashtag challenges. Obviously, hashtag challenges wouldn't have been enough for this audience. So we clubbed them with celebrities who were trending across these genres and had widespread Gen Z appeal. And that's not all, folks. We launched these challenges at moments of high social traction. Let me give you an example. The Money Ke challenge that we did with Noora Fatehi was launched on the movie release of Thank God, which featured the song. And these challenges were then launched across digital platforms, social media, OTT, and digital audio platforms, in addition to YouTube. So with one lap done, we had established momentum with big breakthrough moments with Gen Z. But in all honesty, it took us 2 months to do that. So we knew we had to be creative when we moved to the next stage. So with Inspire, we wanted to keep the momentum going with the audience and evolve our campaign from big breakthrough moments to always on moments. And let me show you how we did it. Let me introduce you to the culture engine, which transformed our big breakthrough moments to always on moments. Like any engine, it was powered by 4 powerful pegs that enabled us to identify trends before they became big and helped us launch them before they got lost in the noise of social media. I'll quickly walk you through how this culture engine worked for one cycle of trend. We started with identifying emerging trends with key social signals. Then we seeded these identified trends with a pool of influencers to gauge audience traction. Then data-backed analysis helped shortlist these seeded trends, which we then amplified using lightning fast speed of creation of creatives and media execution. And by doing this, we went from trend spotting to trend setting in just 2 weeks, bringing our go-to-market strategy from 2 months to a mere 2 weeks. Our initiatives with Ignite and Inspire delivered incredible results on both perception as well as creations. Let me show you a glimpse of a relay race that Shorts ran for this campaign.
I am a disco dancer.
The bowlers don't seem to.
For the generation born before the millennium, big screen and long format stuff was the only beautiful thing. But let's be real, with the pace India is evolving today, this needed tweaking. You can blame us Gen Z for taking over your golden era to remix, resize and revamp. We call it retrograde. To be honest, it was needed and you would agree. We are the lit generation of India. We don't just consume content, we create it too. We transformed pop culture as you know it today with short format videos and us at its center. Cheaper, faster data connectivity and affordable smartphones with AI cameras fuel our creativity. So when YouTube entered this space with Shorts, they had to win us over, obviously. And we are tough nuts to crack. We have everything at our fingertips. The strategy had to be truly rad. Short's first move was to turn our obsession with sports, music, and dance into a series of hashtag challenges. These challenges were given to us by the trending icons in their respective genres. Smart move, YouTube Shorts. Was this enough though? We have the attention span of a goldfish. They had to engage and entice us to even check YouTube Shorts out. So they did. It was like the challenges were following us wherever we went. Our apps, our websites, our lock screens, and each of these would redirect us to Shorts. Our influencers were not spared, and they even reached our colleges and malls. We stood no chance. We had to give in. But it was not over.
Picture abhi baki hai mere dost.
They were thorough. They knew they can't risk breaking the momentum. We know a trend on social media doesn't last more than 4 weeks. People at YouTube must be exceptional at what they do. They cracked the code. They had new trends for us every week. It was like a trend engine. But hold on, let's give it a more apt name. The Culture Engine. It was all over social media, and Shorts was on a sprint from trend spotting to trend setting. It was smart, fast, and cost effective. Trust us, we know a few things about finances. Shorts had us. They reached 90% of us Desi Gen Zs, delivering superbly on both sentiment spike and creations. To top that, their influencer activations got over 250 million views with insane engagement. Even the baby boomer, Mr. Bachchan, was not spared from the YouTube Shorts fever.
Which Indian sportsperson launched the hashtag JavRun challenge on the YouTube Shorts?
Well, that was some relay race. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And next presentation is JioCinema.
Hi everyone, just give me a moment please. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
And am I audible?
Yes, we can hear.
So I'll start.
You can start.
Thank you. Good afternoon, esteemed jury members. I am Srabantika, here to present Best Media Strategy, JioCinema. On your marks, get set, race. Blueprint for excellence. But before getting into the strategy, let us just have glimpses of some historical moments. Neil Armstrong, the first person, landed on the moon in 1969. India winning Cricket World Cup in 1983. Sushmita Sen, the first Indian to win Miss Universe title in 1994. But why are we showing this to you? Because these are some remarkable stories of inspiration and of historical significances as they defied odds and changed the landscapes through their incredible achievements. Now, let us introduce another player into this story, JioCinema. It embarked on its sports journey in 2022 by winning 2 big streaming titles, Football World Cup and Tata IPL. While JioCinema had a great start with Football World Cup in 2022 with 125 million streamers on the platform, it aspired to become the largest sporting destination with a whopping 400 million streamers during IPL 2023. Star, which has been synonymous with sports in India since many years, has also been the home ground for cricket over the years and had been the digital destination for IPL since last 5 years, could not even cross the 300 million mark ever on its digital platform for this marquee event. In that context, wasn't this an impossible dream? But just like Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. We embarked on a remarkable journey to make the impossible possible. A strategic masterstroke unboxed our race to disruption and created yet another story of inspiration. As the story of inspiration unfolded, a series of disruption in product offerings, creative offerings, and marketing strategy evolved. While IPL had been behind paywall since last 5 years on digital platform, JioCinema disrupted the routine by decimating the paywall and democratizing IPL viewing by offering it free for all. The story of disruption did not stop here. JioCinema also changed the way one can watch and enjoy their favorite sport by introducing different feeds like 4K, hype mode, multiple angles, different angles, multiple languages. But given the complexity of Indian viewers with their multitude of preferences, a one-size-fits-all approach wouldn't work. The game was to bring 400 million streamers on the platform. But who are they? Does each one of us in a country of 1.4 billion population love and enjoy cricket equally? The answer is a big no. Hence, our first challenge was to understand the consumer preferences and choices. Upon scrutinizing the dynamics of consumer preferences and choices in context of IPL, we created multiple cohorts based on need gaps and behavior. The study gave us 7 distinctive consumer cohorts: price conscious, convenience seekers, IPL guzzlers, Gen Z, female enthusiasts, natives, and experience seekers. However, it was crucial to amalgamate them into actionable media clusters. Using multiple sources of real-time, survey-based, as well as digital data, we quantified these clusters as broad audience consisting of Gen Z, female enthusiasts, natives, targeted consisting of IPL guzzlers, convenience seekers, CTV audience consisting of experience seekers, and rural audience consisting of price-conscious consumers. We unveiled a pioneering framework, RACE, to drive transformative solutions and facilitate target attainment. The RACE framework, where R being reach, which is building brand awareness and visibility, A being act, to persuade viewers to take a specific action on the app, C being convert, that is converting non-IPL and light IPL TV viewers to watch IPL on JioCinema, and finally E being engage, to engage viewers with positive experience about the offerings. Now let's see how we have rolled out RACE and accelerated our target.
ना इधर ना उधर, इस बार टाटा IPL सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा पर।
JioCinema for the first time opened up IPL for all cricket lovers and made it free to all. The mammoth task was to bring in 400 million streamers on the platform. Our blueprint for excellence was our thought-through strategy, our RACE framework. R represents reach, that is to build brand awareness and visibility. A differential targeting strategy orchestrated for the 4 media segments. For broad audience, high-reach media of TV and digital were deployed. On TV, we considered mass genre to grab maximum eyeballs. On digital, to capture the video universe of 500 million with our communication, Meta and YouTube were our obvious options. We owned the YouTube connected TV, Meta and smartphone ecosystem to reach to the mass audience. We used OTTs programmatically to reach out to build incremental reach on video universe. On print, we considered a jacket ad on launch day to create maximum impact. For targeted segment, cricket sites on digital and affinity targeting on TV were considered. For connected TV audience, YouTube and other CTV OEMs were deployed. Light TV viewers, cord shavers were targeted through audio fingerprinting. For rural audience, creative focus was to promote free proposition through FTA and YouTube Rural. A represents ACT. Jeeto Dhandhanadan was conceptualized wherein audiences could win big on JioCinema every day by participating in a quiz. C represents Convert. the most important block with performance marketing to maximize app installs. Theme-based campaign basis score and competition, optimization basis one-box search, use of smart bidding for cost control were deployed on Google search. On Meta, through automated app ads, we reached audiences most likely to download the app. And our last block of the strategy was E, representing engage. On TV, a never-done-before integration, zero position ad break was done with Z Network, with coming up window to position our communications in all regional languages.
ना इधर ना उधर इस बार टाटा ईपीएल सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा पर
We understood that realizations are deep when people are caught in the right context and right moment. On digital, we identified more than 9 such moments and strategized our idea of moment marketing on IPL. The result was overwhelming. Awareness level of the platform increased from 17% to 76%. 70 million paid installs during IPL. It garnered 18 billion plus video views, 156 billion minutes watched with 65-minute watch time per match. Television campaign garnered 756 million reach, while on digital, 537 million audiences were reached. 32 million concurrency on the finale match. On television, 78% of non-IPL viewers were exposed to the campaign and 96% of heavy IPL users were targeted. 9 out of 10 CTV viewers were reached, a whopping 2.5x than HD. Most importantly, as against of a seemingly impossible target of 400 million, the strategy helped us to achieve 449 million streamers on the platform. As per ComScore, JioCinema became the #1 OTT platform during IPL.
As cricket holds an esteemed status within the cultural fabric of India, harnessing the passion and emotion surrounding this beloved sport, we didn't merely run a campaign with a framework. Instead, we orchestrated a cultural disruption that resonated far beyond traditional marketing boundaries. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Google search.
Hello everyone. Just share my screen. Please tell me if my screen is visible and there is no black box on the top.
It is visible.
Okay. Let me know when to start.
Your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Gerhard Casper. Does this name mean anything to you? I guess not. But in some ways, this name is linked to all of us. Because Gerhard Casper was the first query that was ever searched on Google. Google since then has reinvented the world of information for everyone. And today, there are more than 8.5 billion searches happening on Google every single day. Hello, everyone. My name is Karun, and I'm proud to share my team's contribution to Google's journey of democratizing information. And what better place for this mission than a young and diverse nation of India? But India's diversity comes with its own challenges. English language literacy is less than 10%. Typing in regional language is 3 times harder than English. And communicating with Gen Z in the way most relevant to them is a challenge in its own. So for an app which is ubiquitous to 650 million smartphones in India, Google Search's mission was to simplify the access to information while considering India's diversity. And the answer to access lie beyond the search text box. Google wanted to evangelize the use of 3 solutions: voice search, lens search, and multimodal search. Voice search was meant to solve the challenge of vernacular speakers, where typing is 3 times more difficult, while lens search was meant to enable Gen Z with camera, a tool they are most familiar with. And multimodal search was meant to democratize information for all types of users. To drive adoption, we phased the reintroduction of these three solutions, spending the majority time on voice search since it addressed the digitally novice users, followed by a geo-specific pilot for lens search, which addressed the digital natives, Gen Z, finally leading to the full suite of multimodal search solutions for everyone. We also planned for specific interventions across the complete media funnel for each of these access points. To begin with an impactful start, we leveraged inspirational stories of Indians who unlocked surprising possibilities for themselves using Google search. Be it Olympic boxer Nikhat Zareen and K-pop idol Shriya Lenka for voice search, or parkour artist Mujahid and World Cup winning cricketer Shefali Verma for multimodal search. For lens search, we also showcase top use cases like language translation, fashion shopping, and homework for students. To build awareness for these inspirational stories, we leverage high-reach mediums with impactful techniques like video ad sequencing on YouTube, partnership with marquee properties on TV, and use of short-form content on exponentially growing platforms like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. To drive engagement, we created many industry-leading media-led innovations for each of the access points. For voice search, we created India's first non-intrusive voice-enabled ad experience on OTT. For Lens, we created a Google Lens experience on digital and print. And for multimodal search, we started a unique offline to online search movement where we got participation from more than 650 brands. Finally, for conversions, we leveraged the power of machine learning, where we identified the low users of voice, lens, and multimodal search and targeted them with action-oriented creatives to increase the number of searches from them. Our strategy and integrated approach truly helped to democratize access to information. And for the app, which is ubiquitous to 650 million smartphones, we saw a 7.5% and 4% uplift in voice and lens search solutions and a striking 65% overachievement in the daily active user targets for multimodal search. These numbers are testament to the paradigm shift in searching behavior of the people. Now, I'll let my AV take you through this journey of access for a new digital India.
Google's mission of organizing the world's information and making it universally available is most evident in India, a country of 1,600 spoken languages, 692 million monthly internet users, and half its population below the age of 30. From the QWERTY to quirky generation, Google simplified access to information through three modes of search: voice, lens, and multimodal. Voice, the first mode of access, address the India that is not English proficient. Since typing in regional languages is nearly 3 times more difficult, Bolne Se Sab Hoga was designed to educate NCCS BCDE audiences that their own voice can power Google search. We pivoted on inspirational journeys of women who overcame gender bias like boxer Nikhat Zareen.
लोगों ने कहा बॉक्सिंग लड़कियों की बस की बात नहीं, तो मैंने बोला टॉप वुमेन बॉक्सर्स इन द वर्ल्ड
एंड पावर लिफ्टर किरण देमला.
लोगों ने कहा मत देखकर शौक रखो, मैंने बोला पास के जिम्स.
टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट बोलने से सब होगा. Through an impactful integrated media campaign, we reached our audiences with this message. In an industry-first non-intrusive innovation on India's #1 OTT platform MX Player, we recreated a voice search experience within the platform's ad inventory itself to drive engagement. High-affinity women's sports partnerships further enhanced the Bolne Se Sab Hoga narrative. The smartphone camera in every Gen Z's hand was the second mode of access. So Google introduced lens search in India's second most populous state, Bihar. 4 use cases with the highest propensity for trials with Gen Z were activated. Geo-focused buys on YouTube, app campaign for engagement and OTTs delivered reach with conversions. An engaging print activation induced readers to scan with Google Lens to find answers. With mobile publisher mCanvas, we replicated the Google Lens user interface through an interactive rich media experience. Armed with the learnings from voice and lens search, we launched multimodal search for all Indians. Dhoondenge to milega. Showcased how text, voice, or lens unlocks possibilities. A World Cup winning women's cricket captain.
तो छोरों के साथ खेल लेंगे. आसपास क्रिकेट एकेडमी.
A small town parkour superstar.
How to start parkour.
And an indie filmmaker.
ये तो जापानीज है।
कृपा करके मेन्यू दिखाओ.
चला गया.
Showcased how Google search unlocked possibilities for them. User and brand generated content across YT Shorts, Insta Reels, and YouTube's video ad sequencing built the multimodal search story. Marquee cricket events, Asia Cup and ICC World Cup further amplified our message. We broke media silos with Ye Kisne Dhoonda, a one-of-its-kind offline to online treasure hunt style activity. Contextual pop culture billboards built intrigue, sparked virality on social media, and encouraged over 650 brands to join the trend. These interventions delivered results. A 4% lift in lens and 7.5% lift in voice search usage, with a 65% over delivery of search daily active user targets per quarter. We also generated over 700,000 social conversations through our interventions.
रोहतक से वर्ल्ड कप ढूंढेंगे तो मिलेगा.
And for all those who are still wondering about the first Google query, let me tell you that in 1998, when the founders of Google were demonstrating its power, they searched for Gerhard Casper, who was the president of Stanford University at that time. Naturally, Google gave perfect results because Google पे ढूंढेंगे तो मिलेगा. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, JioCinema.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Am I audible?
No, not clearly.
I'm not clearly.
Your voice is too low.
And you need to go into presentation mode. Right now, we can see the slides and the notes.
Hello.
Yeah, now we can see and hear.
We cannot hear any voice in
I
case
can't hear you. Is it only my challenge?
No.
No, we
No,
can't
I
hear
cannot
anything. I
hear.
think they're sorting it out.
No, can't
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
Hello. JioCinema team. You're on mute. Sonia, are you there? We can't hear you. What is
Please allow me 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes,
better.
we can hear you now. Yeah.
Good afternoon, honorable jury members. My name is Sonia, and I'm here to present Best Media Strategy FIFA World Cup, where passion meets precision. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a debutant who not only established itself in its debut show, but proved to become one for the long haul. Just like Saurav Ganguly, Rohit Sharma, PV Sindhu, Cristiano Ronaldo, Roger Federer in the world of sports. This is a story of Viacom 18 who dared to enter the field of sports in India, riding on FIFA World Cup with an aspirational target of getting 110 million streamers on its digital platform JioCinema and 50 million viewers on its newly launched sports channel Sports 18. Football World Cup is the biggest football tournament globally. But in a country of 1.4 billion population, merely 45 million are core football viewers. The fan base of football is just 1/5 of that of cricket and are restricted to certain states like Nessa, Kerala, West Bengal, and Goa. Against 45 million core football viewers, aspiring a target of 50 million viewers on Sports 18 and 110 million streamers on JioCinema was a daunting task. Thus, it was essential for us to assess the sports preferences of the markets to understand the source of growth. A syndicated study suggested that there are 143 million casual football viewers and 110 million football followers in India in states like Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Bihar and Jharkhand, and Orissa apart from the core states. Hence, building destination awareness and driving consideration among these casual viewers and followers were our primary focus. Nonetheless, we encountered 3 challenges. First, Sports 18 was newly launched to broadcast Football World Cup and hence had no awareness level amongst the viewers. On the other hand, JioCinema was launched in 2016 with limited content availability. It had an insignificant user base against the other OTT platforms. Second, in a cricket-crazy nation, Football World Cup had been historically a paid tournament on both TV and digital. And India, being a price-sensitive market, very few people were interested to pay for a less popular sport. Lastly, India is still a heavy single TV household nation. These households, dominated by 52% co-viewing GEC behavior, was the biggest barrier for garnering viewership for once in a 4-year sports on TV. Considering all these obstacles, we needed to devise a tailored marketing strategy. To kick things off, the platform offered free access to all the streamers, effectively managing the price sensitivity challenge. The simulcast of Football World Cup on JioCinema and Sports 18 addressed the problem of co-viewing in a single TV household. Despite this, the persistent challenge of building platform awareness and convincing audiences to engage with the Football World Cup remained an enduring task. Therefore, we had to conceive a visionary media strategy. Hence, we crafted the flywheel model. The model consisted of 3 wheels. The first wheel was to attract. This wheel encompasses the journey to attract audiences through various marketing strategies. The second wheel was engage. This was devised to create a relationship with the audiences and make them aware about the product offerings. And lastly, the third wheel was delight, through which we could enable audiences to have a positive experience about the offerings. Nevertheless, in the end, all these components had to be amalgamated with a measurement matrix to gauge the effectiveness of the media strategy in achieving the desired outcome. Let's explore how we have deployed the flywheel model to propel us towards our target.
Viacom 18 debuted into the world of sports by winning the broadcasting and streaming rights of FIFA World Cup 2022. With only 45 million core football viewers in India, our challenge was to increase the basket size. We targeted to bring in 110 million streamers on JioCinema and 50 million viewers on Sports 18. We engineered our pathway to success through our flywheel model. The model consists of 3 wheels. First wheel was attract. To get maximum viewers on both the platforms, reach was the biggest imperative. Hence, high-reach medium was important to consider. On TV and DTH, high-impact cricketing series like T20 World Cup, India-Bangladesh and India-England series were considered. Print was particularly deployed to create impact on the launch day and finale. On digital, YouTube and Meta were our primary platforms to reach out to the broader sports audiences and cricket enthusiasts. On the launch day, we had complete takeover of prominent news and utility apps. YouTube, CTV and other OEMs were strategically chosen on match days to reach the cord cutters. For shopaholics, we were present with 70% SOV on Amazon. Throughout the day, Truecaller and PhonePe reminded the users about the match of that evening. The comprehensive reach strategy was boosted by performance marketing for maximum installs, maximum app installs and app opens. High visibility on Google search and tightly themed campaigns helped us to drive downloads. Our second wheel was engage. Right context and right moment drive brand love, and hence we identified 20,000 high-pitched, exciting football moments in a football match. Anytime these moments occurred, potential audiences were targeted real-time on digital within minutes. A strategic partnership was done with ShareChat and Moj with 100 influencers to create buzz around the finale. And the last wheel was delight. Since FIFA World Cup was bang on prime time, we conceptualized zero position ad break across Z network to convert GEC audience.
अभी तो हमारे पास कोई सबूत नहीं, पर भाग्य बिहारी जी की कसम, हम असलियत जाने बगैर ऐसे कहीं नहीं जाएंगे।
फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप जियो सिनेमा पे सभी टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटरों पे उपलब्ध।
Prime time being dinner time too, we collaborated with Swiggy to customize entire post-order experience. The order page turned into an animated football ground and the delivery boy was turned into a football player playing with the ball while the host location was turned into a goalpost. Post implementing the flywheel model, we implemented brand performance study to analyze the impact of branding campaigns on lower funnel matrix. The results were stellar. On favorability parameter, 62% respondents found it favorable. On digital, the plans garnered 330 million reach. On television, the plan garnered 753 GRPs, reaching 600 million people within the campaign period. Television impacts alone garnered 345 million reach. The awareness of JioCinema grew manifold, from 9% to 57%. 30 million audiences streamed the finale alone on JioCinema.
And most importantly, the newly launched TV channel Sports 18 converted 60 million Indians to football viewers, while 125 million streamers came on JioCinema, propelling India to the 4th spot among top football-loving nations, a leap from being outside the top 10 before the FIFA World Cup.
The debutant thus marked the beginning of a promising journey ahead.
By seamlessly blending innovations, audience connection, and strategic execution, our marketing approach not only elevated the Football World Cup experience, but also set a benchmark for future campaigns. As the final whistle blows, we leave you with the resounding success of a well-crafted strategy, proving that in the world of marketing, victory is not just on the field, but in the hearts and minds of our audiences. Thank you for joining us in this winning journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start again at 3:28. The next.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Hi.
Can you repeat that?
Yes, sir.
No,
28.
Can we make it 3:45, please? Is it okay?
3:45.
Or it'll be too late? 3:40? I have a call to take actually.
Yeah, I
Actually,
need
let's
a, yes,
I would like
let's
to
complete it on
Yeah,
time.
I
Yeah,
need to be.
If
let's just give
possible,
5
because there are
minutes.
back-to-back calls.
Can we do
Guys,
5 minutes? Just put in the ratings for now, at least for this
yeah,
category.
that
5 minutes.
is required, and also
Yeah,
need
5
to take
minutes,
a
and
call.
then we can start in 5 minutes. Maybe 3:30 we can start.
Ratings,
We are already 3:24.
we are
This is already
doing
3:24.
simultaneously, so shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, ratings don't need actually a lot of time because you can do it simultaneously.
Yeah, I guess 5 minutes bio break is good for all.
Okay, we will start it again at 3:30. We can start. Can we start? Jury members?
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should, because we have 9 more entries, and
So if all members are there, so we can definitely start. That.
Yeah, we can start.
Next category, best ongoing media campaign. First entry will be Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Am I audible?
Yes, and the presentation duration will be 10 minutes.
Can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Let me know when to start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Imagine your favorite chocolate. Now imagine cola in it. Or maybe chili. Can't imagine it? Well, guess what? People of India have created, selected, and love hotcake combos like these. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations. You won the golden ticket. I am Mayur, and today I will be the Willy Wonka to your Charlie and take you through the Madbury Chocolate Factory. Before we jump into that, the first question is, why did we need something like Madbury? To deep dive into it, let's look into the problems we were facing. Food is India's love language, and Cadbury wanted to understand India's perspective when it came to their preferences in taste and ingredients. With increasing variety and easier access to products and services, consumers are now picky with their brands. With market being saturated with the same old products, people wanted something new and something that is their own. Things like personalized user journey and integration of local language has started playing big role for consumers. In India, chocolate is equal to Cadbury Dairy Milk. Cadbury has maintained itself as a market leader for many years. So for the highly brand-savvy generation, Cadbury wanted to keep up with the new trends while maintaining its brand identity. Extensive market research revealed few interesting facts. First, Indians love desi food and like to see their unique flavor preferences reflected in mainstream brands. Indians also are passionate about cooking and have been frequently experimenting with their food, especially since the lockdown. Consumer behavior trends also indicate people are spending more than 3 hours per day on social media, myself included. All of these insights fueled the campaign's core concept, tapping into the rich tapestry of Indian taste bud to inspire the Cadbury's next masterpiece. Hence, a new digital initiative was born where they will understand customers, form an emotional connection with them, and nurture brand loyalty. All of this led to Madbury. Introduced in the year 2019, Madbury started as a platform for consumers to showcase their culinary creativity by giving them power to come up with their own version of Cadbury in India. The first edition of Kaun Banayega Hamari Ugly Cadbury invited consumer ideas to create their own unique flavor. It was a huge success, generating over 12 million impressions and 2.3 million engagements. Encouraged by the success, the second edition of Madbury, Kahan Se Aayegi Hamari Ugly Cadbury, was launched. We invited people to find inspiration from different regions of India and submit their ideas along with the local ingredients they would like to see featured. And continuing on the success, Madbury launched the third edition in 2021, Cadbury Ka Naya Flavor Banao or Famous Ho Jao. The participants showcased their creativity with the combination as well as with the names for their creation. And a group of finalists were given a chance to be famous with their creation. And people voted for their favorite chocolate. So, for the latest edition, Cadbury decided to take the best from its predecessor and make it even grander. Taking the blend of new flavor ideas, regional diversification, and chance to be famous, they added a twist of duet. And thus, Madbury Duet came to be. Our country is a very unique place to be, where every 100 kilometers, a new language is spoken. So why should we limit ourselves to something as pesky as regional boundaries? This edition, the chocolate lovers miles apart to create their favorite sweet treat. Unlike the previous edition, we stepped up from individual participants and pair up Cadbury fans from all over India to co-create their dream chocolate bar. Let me walk you through the duet journey. When a user visits Madbury.in, they can select their preferred category out of the 7 options and ingredients from a list of 75 options. The user then selects their match preference either from a particular state or just randomize it. Once all inputs are in place, our algorithm, aka Sima Auntie, pairs up users with their perfect match to create a unique Madbury duet flavor. Once done, user can share their Madbury flavor or try again for a new combo. Let's look more about how we executed the campaign in a short AV.
After the success of past editions, Cadbury decided to take a step further to test whether the North's favorite gulab jamun will pair well with South's favorite Mysore pak. The latest edition, Madbury Duet, decided to pair up participants from completely different parts of India. Crossing geographic, ethnic and cultural boundaries, the duos created unique flavor combos which are normally unimaginable. Going beyond website, Cadbury decided to spread the word around and market it across all platforms. With a full funnel approach, we targeted chocolate enthusiasts across various age groups. We leveraged the user data in CRM platform from previous Madbury editions to reach out for participation in Madbury Duet. Also, post-campaign, we made them aware about newly launched Madbury variants. To make sure the Madbury winning flavor reaches across India, we used various quick-com and e-com platforms to list the chocolate bars. The introduction of Madbury Duet was done by popular influencers such as Chef Kunal Kapoor, Curly Tails and Shrishti Chawla. Celebrities like Kiara Advani were included to promote Madbury Duet to her followers. Not just the digital space, we also advertised across 30 out-of-home sites in winner home cities. We enhanced campaign visibility with print insertions in publications like ABP, Rajasthan Patrika, Dainik Bhaskar and more. For the people who left their Madbury journey halfway, nudge and retargeting assets were introduced to tempt the users to complete the journey. Going beyond the search traffic from Google and Meta, the vast user base of Jio and Paytm also participated through the independent UI integrated on each of their platforms. Over 4 million engagements were noted from these two platforms, and the results proved just how much people loved participating. For the entire campaign, 3.3 million plus duets were made by users while spending average of 1 minute 20-second time on Madbury website. The campaign also noticed 20% of returning users, proving people wanting more of Madbury. So, the next time you bite into your favorite Cadbury bar, remember, it might just be the brainchild of someone like you. Who knows, maybe your dream flavor creation is just waiting to be discovered in the next Madbury campaign.
As you saw, this edition was a huge success. And talking about numbers, Madbury has been evolving with each edition. Between Madbury 1.0 and Madbury 4.0, we saw a 4 times increase in chocolate creations. For Madbury Duet, we created a custom user journey on Paytm and Jio. Between these two platforms, we had 884k flavors created by consumers, and we have got 31k winners, with an average user creating at least 2 flavors. On social media, people showed their love across all platforms, and compared to Madbury 3.0, we received 2 times higher coverage, almost 1 billion impressions. That brand love transformed into returns. The winners that hit the shelves were able to garner 15% higher sales compared to the last edition. We achieved 20% consumer retention and 800,000 hours of time spent on the microsite. The insights such as taste preference, texture preference, food category preference across different geolocation have helped us to create an engaging community of chocolate lovers to rely on. Madbury is a delicious reminder that the best things in life are often born from collaboration and creativity. I will be now leaving you with the winning flavors Nutty Kulfi and Tangy Mango. Hope to see you submit your crazy ideas in the next Madbury campaign. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Ariel.
Hi, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah, just a second.
it's not in full screen.
Yeah. Now can you see?
Yes,
Yeah. Let me know when to start.
you can start. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, jury. I'm Hasti Kenya and I'm here to present the case for Ariel Share the Load. Women in India have achieved great milestones in various professional fields. While the society is progressing slowly and is depicted in modern Indian culture through films and social media, how much does it actually work in every Indian home is still a question. Indian women need a dual certification as professional excellence is not enough. She is considered a failure if she is not a master at home. But changing a 5,000-year-old culture is not easy because it's ingrained over the generations. Tradition becomes like peer pressure from our ancestors. A movement highlighting the need for cultural change was essential. Ariel Share the Load launched in 2015 with the idea to get men also to do the laundry. We turned the category norm on its head and reframed the conversation from a superior detergent to bringing equality at home. Gender inequality is deeply embedded in our society. Hence, a long-term intervention was done to address this situation. Over the 6 seasons, we influenced every person and situation from a household, enabling a behavioral change. In the first season, we asked India, is laundry only a women's job? The second season made fathers realize that they have set a wrong example for their kids by not sharing the load with the mothers. The third season showed a mother realizing the inherent unequal way in which she has raised her 2 children and then correcting the situation by teaching her son how to do the laundry. Because when the sons of today become the husbands of tomorrow, they should be able to share the load. The fourth season was launched on World Sleep Day in 2020 to draw attention to women getting lesser sleep than their husbands. In 2022, we launched the 5th season of Share the Load, showing women's impatience with shift in tonality as women demanding equality by asking their spouse, do you see me as your equal? In 2023, we launched the 6th season of Share the Load, addressing silent separation. A heartbreaking term in marriages where women are conditioned to take up the household chores all by themselves without any help from their spouses. We launched a hard-hitting film where the father confesses to the daughter that there is a distance caused in his relationship with her mother, where the daughter then makes him realize that he has been taking her mother for granted and maybe now she's given up. We needed to strike a realization amongst men about the ignorance over the years with a shift in tonality of the husband, being more vulnerable by apologizing and asking his wife if they can restart their companionship. This season helped us achieve some incredible milestones. Let's see how did we use multiple levers to influence the culture over the years. The movement received support from celebrities and cricketers alike. We explored the wash care labels with special instructions and taught men to wash clothes, and men accepted the hashtag Wash Bucket Challenge. We tied up with leading matrimonial website jeevansathi.com, where willingness to share the load was included in the matchmaking profiles. Global influencers like Sheryl Sandberg and Melinda Gates also supported this movement. We launched the world's first odd-even pack of Ariel, where odd days are for him to do the laundry and even days are for her. We added his and her days in India's cultural calendar, Kalendar. We also got the leading male protagonist on soaps to set an example on national television. To ensure that right values get inculcated in future dads, Tinkle came forward and re-scripted their comics. Bollywood celebrities participated with equal emotions. Panel discussions with prominent speakers and celebrities to discuss hashtag Share the Load was held. We built on Prime Minister's Educate a Girl Child message urging the parents to educate the boy child about equality. Ariel tied up with best commute touchpoint auto rickshaws to spread the message wide and deep. A radio contest was held to spot these rickshaws. On National Laundry Day, we launched the collection Washed by Sons with Siddhant Chaturvedi and his mother. For the first time in history, we had proud mothers walking the ramp in clothes that were washed by their sons. The sixth season, which is the current season, helped us achieve some incredible milestones. Let's have a look at the video.
Indian women are making the nation proud on all fronts. But back at home, they are still shackled by the cultural stereotype running through generations that housework is solely a woman's responsibility. To undo this and promote equality, in 2015, Ariel initiated its first campaign, #ShareTheLoad, by raising an important question. Is laundry only a woman's job? In 2016, for the second season, Ariel posed a question to all the dads. Why is laundry only a mother's job? The 2019 season of #ShareTheLoad, Ariel asked sons to share the load. In 2020, Ariel launched the 4th edition on World Sleep Day by urging men to wake up and #ShareTheLoad for equal sleep. In 2022, we urged women to firmly ask their husbands, do you see me as your equal? In 2023, Ariel launched the 6th edition of the campaign, highlighting couples' silent separation due to the long-term impact of the unequal distribution of chores. Ariel aimed to guide people to see, feel, and heal. Ariel took laundry as the first step in a husband's attempt to help his wife share household responsibilities. We kicked off with a digital video film where the husband realizes how he has taken his wife for granted and pledges to share the load by asking his wife, can we start again?
I am really sorry. अब समझ में आ रहा है कि अगर साथ रहना है तो साथ देना भी है. Can we start again?
The film's message reached 72 million views on YouTube. This thought was further amplified on social media by key influencers. Our messages sparked debates and discussions through panel sessions featuring eminent personalities on prominent news channels, on which psychologists spoke about couples who share the load also share a stronger bond. Power couples who spoke about creating a balance that works. We brought this idea directly to couples with an interactive malls activation, where husbands re-proposed to their wives, expressing their renewed commitment to #ShareTheLoad. The event was also covered in the news. A unique innovation in the Times of India involved transforming the newspaper's matrimonial page into a rematrimonial section with tips and recommendations for the married couples. In a first-of-its-kind live event, Ariel conducted a survey of 100 house helps led by Indian actress and model Neha Dhupia to demonstrate that couples are happier when they #ShareTheLoad. The thought was reiterated to the couples at many touchpoints, like cinema and print. Through this campaign, we have achieved many important milestones. Here they are. Video garnered 7 sales up by 35%, received 150 million views across platforms, 1.4 billion earned impression, emotional equity up by 53%. But Ariel's true victory lies in its social impact, driving progressive change aligned with its brand purpose. In 2015, 79% of urban Indian men believed laundry was a woman's job. By 2023, this number has significantly decreased to 26%. And we strive to bring it down to 0. That's a promise to all the women. Ariel, #ShareTheLoad.
Ariel is a brand that not just sells detergents, but gives hope to Indian women. With this thought, Ariel improved lives of millions of Indian women from all strata of society. This shift is indeed true, as I've seen my father now actively participating in household responsibilities, making my mother even happier. Thanks to brands like Ariel for bridging this gap. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Cadbury Celebrations.
Hi, just 1 second, I'm sharing my screen. Sorry. Let me know if you can see the full screen.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm ready. Let me know when to start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pratik, and I'm here to talk to you about Cadbury Celebrations' unwavering support for local businesses. Chocolates are usually an impulse buy, which are meant for self-indulgence. However, Celebrations is different as it thrives on occasions and festivals, with over 40% of our business coming from Diwali alone every year. But the Diwali of 2020 and 2021 was different. The pandemic had hit us all. The consumer sentiment was down as they were cutting down on discretionary spending. With economy too at an all-time low, the trade was stocking only essentials. On the other hand, the online Goliaths were winning with their deep discounts and the explosion of e-commerce. All of this while the offline retailers struggled even further. And 80% of our business was dependent on these traditional retailers who were stocking only essentials. And they kept losing over convenience, discounts, and freebies offered with the online retail. Our brand, Cadbury Celebrations, stood for generosity. So at a time where big brands that hailed purpose were abandoning it, we embraced our purpose even tighter. Our strategy was to grow Celebrations by helping small businesses that sold Celebrations grow hand in hand with us with a shared value marketing. We created an omni-channel ecosystem that enabled people to not only discover but also promote local businesses with not just a Cadbury ad in the year 2020. And then injected off the star power by making India's biggest ambassador, Shah Rukh Khan, the brand ambassador of every small businesses out there in 2021. And as we reached the Diwali of 2022, which was extremely special as it was the first year of Celebrations after the pandemic muting it for almost 2 years, we realized that while we were gearing up and preparing for Diwali sales, there was also someone for whom Diwali was not just 40 or 50% of their sales. Diwali was the source of their livelihood, which had been on pause for the last 2 years. Familiar faces, right? Diwali was never complete without purchasing diyas or rangoli colors from them. Remember seeing them? They were right there on the streets. We just started looking for diyas and colors and other Diwali things on our mobile phones. The lockdown had given them a bigger punch than what we could even imagine. The economy was recovering, but not for the hawkers, as they had to start all over again. The online Goliaths were winning with consumers due to discounts. But even at discounted pricings, the hawkers couldn't compete with the online stores. And while the big stores had access to infrastructure, the hawkers' physical stores were defined by local authorities. So forget being discoverable, they didn't even have a shop to begin with. And thus, we converted the millions of square feet of real estate on Celebrations packs into virtual shops for the shopless with a simple 3-step journey. Once the user bought the pack and scanned the QR code, all they had to do was enter the hawker's name, the phone number, and a few photos of the products that they were stocking. And voila, the hawker store was ready to be discovered. The campaign success hinged on 2 aspects. First was getting the hawkers enlisted, and second and most important, ensuring that we drive traffic to the stores to enable sales. And hence, our media was also planned in 2 phases. With the first phase focusing on onboarding hawkers, we designed and planned with high awareness and high decibels, including cricket. This was to ensure that maximum shops are set up at least 2 weeks prior to Diwali to help the hawkers capitalize on the festive demand. And finally, we activated phase 2 to aid the discovery of these virtual stores within their localities with a hyper-personalized deployment of communication at every single pin code. And finally, amplified the media across the funnel with the final push coming in with heavy content integrations to motivate viewers to gift an ad or even shop from the hawkers close by, and thus restoring the sense of community in every neighborhood. Allow us to take you through our journey of generosity since 2020.
Big businesses and brands that suffered during the pandemic found their way back, but the smaller stores still suffered. In 2020, we advertised not just for ourselves, but for thousands of businesses across all India. Most of the stores do not have a digital presence, so we manually fed our database with their information, mapping them to their location via PIN codes. As the ad was served to an individual, an algorithm located the PIN code and then mapped the various local stores in that PIN code and served the one closest to the individual in real time. The AI-enabled system created thousands of permutations and combinations for the localized version of the same ad. So in 2021, we decided to bring it back. In 2021, hundreds of businesses by making India's biggest ambassador their brand ambassador. We used machine learning to recreate Shah Rukh Khan's face and voice to take the local store names in the ads.
इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास वाले चॉइस ऑफ फैशन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। पास वाले आजकल फैशन से ही, रॉयल फैशन से ही, एनके क्लॉथ्स से ही, पास वाले लक्ष्मी कलेक्शन से ही कपड़ों की शॉपिंग करना। इस दिवाली आप भी ना अपने पास।
Different versions of the same ad were targeted depending upon the PIN code of the viewer. Any small business owner could promote their stores through their own social media network and WhatsApp forwards. This year, we were celebrating Diwali after 2 years of muted festivities. Hawkers are everywhere, but do not belong anywhere. Lack of permissions and permanent shops pushes them to move around a lot, affecting their business.
जहाँ जगह मिलती है वहीं दुकान लगा लेते हैं। 15 दिन की कमाई दिवाली में जो होता है, इसे पूरा साल चलाना पड़ता है।
Cadbury Celebrations, shops for shopless. We converted every celebrations pack into a shop for the hawkers. An online shop where hawkers can now display their display items without the hassle of looking for a physical space. A safe, permanent space to connect with customers freely. How did we do it? The QR code took you to an online platform where you could locate hawkers nearby. People were also requested to enlist hawkers near them. The campaign video started the conversation to create shops for the shopless. The activity was covered on India's most popular primetime shows by the biggest Bollywood stars.
shopsforshopless.com पे लॉगिन कीजिए।
ये इनिशिएटिव उन्हें और उन जैसे कई सारे फेरी वालों को मदद करेगा।
India reacted to the campaign, showing their support for the initiative.
Cadbury is providing these shopless hawkers with their first permanent shop. How, you ask?
The campaign aims to empower and support the ones who don't own a permanent shop.
Millions of people shopped from hawkers across the country and helped them set up shops on CadburyShopsForShopless.com.
He told me I was his first customer. I inaugurated his online shop. Felt good.
I did online bargaining with hawkers. मजा आ गया।
पहली बार बिना टेंशन का अच्छा धंधा हो गया।
अब कोई भी कस्टमर हमें आसानी से ढूंढ सकता है।
दिवाली अगर ऐसे ही दुकान लगाने का मौका मिले तो बहुत बढ़िया होगा।
Cadbury Celebrations, shops for shopless.
Well, apart from the smiles, the 3 years of shared value approach marketing helped us grow at a 15% CAGR in sales and 17% in penetration. The consideration and imagery scores also jumped by 11 and 10 points each. We have both the trade support and the might, but that is not what made this campaign special. You know what did? The online discovery of close to 1.5 lakh retailers in 2020 and 2021. And finally, the digitization of an unorganized sector with over 3,500 hawkers getting their own virtual shops in the year 2022. Using hyper-personalized MarTech, we effectively promoted small retailers and hawkers even, fostering a sense of community and providing critical support to thousands of small businesses. Over the years, we have enabled the act of generosity amongst all of us by converting a simple act of gifting into helping hand for the ones in need and ensuring everyone has a happy Diwali indeed. So this Diwali, please shop from the local shops and the local hawkers. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Google search.
Hello everyone. Let me just quickly present. Is my screen visible without any bars on top?
Yes.
Let me know when to start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Gerhard Casper. Does this name mean anything to you? I guess not. But in some ways, this name is linked to all of us because Gerhard Casper was the first query that was ever searched on Google. Google, since then, has reinvented the world of information. And today, there are more than 8.5 billion searches happening on Google every single day. Hello, everyone. My name is Karun, and I'm proud to reshare our team's journey for Google's access to information. And what better place for this mission than the young and diverse nation of India? But India's diversity comes with its own challenges. English language literacy is less than 10%. Typing in regional language is 3 times more difficult. And resonating with Gen Z in the way most relevant to them is a challenge in its own. So for an app which is ubiquitous to 650 million smartphones in India, Google Search's mission was to simplify the access to information while considering India's complexities. And the answer to access lie beyond the search text box. Google wanted to evangelize the use of voice search, lens search, and multimodal search, 3 solutions considering India's diversity. Voice search was meant to address the challenge of vernacular speakers, where typing is 3 times more difficult, while lens search was meant to enable Gen Z with camera, a tool they are most familiar with, and multimodal search was meant to democratize information for all users. We faced the reintroduction of these 3 solutions, spending the majority time on voice search, since it addressed the digitally novice users, followed by a geo-specific pilot for lens search, which addressed the digital natives, Gen Z, finally leading to the full suite multimodal search solution for everyone. We also planned for specific media interventions across the complete media funnel. To start with a high impact, we leverage inspirational stories of Indians who use search to truly unlock surprising possibilities for themselves. Be it Olympic boxer Nikhat Zareen and K-pop idol Shriya Lenka for voice search, or parkour artist Mujahid and World Cup winning cricketer Shefali Verma for multimodal search. For lens search, we also showcased top use cases like language translation, fashion shopping, and homework for students. To build awareness for these inspirational stories, we leverage high-reach mediums with impactful techniques like video ad sequencing on YouTube, partnership with marquee properties on TV, and use of short-form content on exponentially growing mediums like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. To drive engagement, we created many industry-first media-led innovations for each of the access points. For voice search, we created India's first non-intrusive voice-enabled ad experience on OTT. For lens, we created a game-like experience on print and digital medium. And for multimodal search, we started a unique offline to online search movement, which encouraged participation from more than 650 brands. For conversions, we leveraged the power of machine learning, where we identified the low users of voice, lens, and multimodal search, and targeted them with action-oriented creatives to increase the number of searches from these people. Our strategy and integrated approach truly helped to democratize the access to information in India. And for the app, which is ubiquitous to 650 million smartphones, we saw a 7.5% uplift and 4% uplift in voice and lens search solutions, and a striking 65% uplift in the multimodal search daily active user targets. These numbers are testament to a paradigm shift in the user's search behavior. Now, I'll let my AV take you through this journey of access for a new digital India.
Google's mission of organizing the world's information and making it universally available is most evident in India, a country of 1,600 spoken languages, 692 million monthly internet users, and half its population below the age of 30. From the QWERTY to quirky generation, Google simplified access to information through 3 modes of search: voice, lens, and multimodal. Voice, the first mode of access, address the India that is not English proficient. since typing in regional languages is nearly 3 times more difficult. Bolne Se Sab Hoga was designed to educate NCCS BCDE audiences that their own voice can power Google search. We pivoted on inspirational journeys of women who overcame gender bias like boxer Nikhat Zareen.
लोगों ने कहा बॉक्सिंग लड़कियों की बस की बात नहीं, तो मैंने बोला टॉप वुमेन बॉक्सर्स इन द वर्ल्ड.
And powerlifter Kiran Demla.
लोगों ने कहा मत देखकर शौक रखो, मैंने बोला पास के जिम्स.
To demonstrate Bolne Se Sab Hoga. Through an impactful integrated media campaign, we reached our audiences with this message. In an industry-first non-intrusive innovation on India's #1 OTT platform MX Player, we recreated a voice search experience within the platform's ad inventory itself to drive engagement. High-affinity women's sports partnerships further enhanced the Bolne Se Sab Hoga narrative. The smartphone camera in every Gen Z's hand was the second mode of access. So Google introduced Lens Search in India's second most populous state, Bihar. 4 use cases with the highest propensity for trials with Gen Z were activated. Geo-focused buys on YouTube, app campaign for engagement and OTTs delivered reach with conversions. An engaging print activation induced readers to scan with Google Lens to find answers. With mobile publisher mCanvas, we replicated the Google Lens user interface through an interactive rich media experience. Armed with the learnings from voice and lens search, we launched multimodal search for all Indians, Dhoondenge to Milega, showcased how text, voice or lens unlocks possibilities. A World Cup winning women's cricket captain,
तो छोरों के साथ खेल लेंगे. आसपास क्रिकेट एकेडमी.
a small town parkour superstar,
How to start parkour.
and an indie filmmaker
ये तो जापानीज है.
कृपा करके मेन्यू
ओ चल गया.
showcased how Google search unlocked possibilities for them. User and brand generated content across YT Shorts, Insta Reels and YouTube's video ad sequencing built the multimodal search story. Marquee cricket events, Asia Cup and ICC World Cup further amplified our message. We broke media silos with Ye Kisne Dhoonda, a one-of-its-kind offline to online treasure hunt style activity. Contextual pop culture billboards built intrigue, sparked virality on social media and encouraged over 650 brands to join the trend. These interventions delivered results. A 4% lift in lens and 7.5% lift in voice search usage with a 65% over-delivery of search daily active user targets per quarter. We also generated over 700,000 social conversations through our interventions.
रोहतक से वर्ल्ड कप ढूंढेंगे तो मिलेगा.
Google.
And if you're still wondering about the first Google search query, Gerhard Casper was the president of Stanford University when the founders of Google in 1998 were showing the power of search engine. And naturally, Google search gave perfect results because Google पे ढूंढेंगे तो मिलेगा. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Dow.
So this one was exactly the same presentation, but in a different category.
Yes, ma'am.
So if there are more like this, we need not represent. We can just rescore in this category as well.
Sure, but we don't have any repeated.
No, this one was repeated.
Yeah,
Google.
after this we don't
okay.
have.
Okay.
Yeah. Next presentation, Dow.
Yes. Can you see me?
Yes.
Just give me a minute, please. Is my screen visible and without the notes?
We can only see a blank screen.
Only a blank screen?
Yeah.
Can you see now?
No.
Okay. We'll just reshare, please, if you just give us a minute.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, can you see the screen now? Or the screen itself is not visible?
It stopped now.
It's stopped.
Share.
Yeah, now we can see.
Okay. Without the notes, right?
Again, it went blank. Are you using Zoom installed version
Yeah,
or
Zoom
Google
installed.
version?
The installed version.
Okay.
We've used this for all the other presentations. So, sorry.
Can we just log in a minute?
Yeah, you can do one thing. You can go ahead after the next presentation. We'll go with the next presentation first. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Next presentation, Tata Tea Jaago Re.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
You haven't shared the one moment. You haven't shared the sound.
We don't have sound. Thank you. We're going to be fine. Can you see the
All right.
screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Can we start?
Yes.
Sure, thank you.
Time starts
Yes,
now.
Kyra.
All the best.
Thank you.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the smoky sky, I've never seen you. I wonder why. The smoke, it makes my chest so tight. For every breath, I must fight. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, but all the water had dried up. The world was now much hotter. So Jack and Jill sat on the hill. Their throats were so dry. They couldn't find a drop to drink. And one day, neither will I. Surprised that your favorite childhood poems are changing. That is because, thanks to climate change, so is our childhood. So, before we do not have a chance to grow up to enjoy this beautiful planet, इस बार अपने बच्चों के लिए जागो रे.
Hi, I'm Akanksha, and today my 8.5-year-old friend has narrated the ugly truth of what we, the current generation, are creating and will leave behind for the future generations. And Tata Tea Jaago Re could not stand on the sidelines and just watch. Today, through our case study, we will showcase how Tata Tea Jaago Re has taken small steps to give our children hope for a better and brighter future. And so can you, along with us on this ongoing crusade against climate change. Climate change is a crisis that needs our immediate and full attention. As per global reports, erratic changes in climate will make Earth uninhabitable by the year 2130. Children born today in a light polluted location who can currently see roughly about 250 stars will only be able to see about 100 stars due to the sky glow by the time they turn 18. Around 450 million children live in areas of high or extremely high water vulnerability. This means they do not have enough water to meet their everyday needs. By 2040, almost 1 of 4 children will live in areas of extremely high water stress. Our daily activities that seem harmless and developmental to us are causing serious damage to the environment every single day, leading to extreme climatic changes. We often hear about and experience this impact of climate change in and around us, and still collectively tend to turn a blind eye to this global issue due to our ignorance and lack of knowledge of the impact it will have on the current and more so on the future generations. Thus, in its 16th edition, Tata Tea Jaago Re took upon itself the task of spreading awareness and bringing about actionable change for a cause which is the most defining crisis of our times: climate change, especially as it does not impact our today but also impacts our future generations. But to make a significant and long lasting impact and to mobilize actionable change, we couldn't just nudge the people. We needed to instill fear, shock them, and make sure they were awestruck so that they would sit up, take notice, and take action. In year two of our ongoing crusade against climate change, our insight for the campaign was the rawest form of human emotion: fear. It is a parent's worst nightmare to think, what if, when it comes to their children. We use this very emotion to evoke actionable steps from parents by making it personal. Thus, we moved from Pankaj Tripathi being our antagonist in year one to children being our protagonist of their own story, asking adults for what is rightfully theirs: a cleaner, safer planet. For this campaign, it was the most crucial to reach the right audience at the right time, and most importantly, during the moment of truth. From wanting to reach all adults, we now tweaked our strategy to reach the core audience of young parents. Markets were identified and chosen carefully. Cities and states that are most impacted by climate change were targeted. And lastly, the campaign was timed to land the messaging at the moment of truth, during monsoons, unbearable winter, and peak summer. Essentially, all of the climates that bring with it floods, high AQI, and heat waves. Now, let us take you through how we brought this campaign alive. We used a multimedia approach to reach out to as many people as possible. Each medium had a specific role to play in our crusade to fight against climate change. TV helped us build mass reach at a time when people spend time with their families watching television together as a unit. We used digital to deliver the mass personalization message to young parents. And print was used as a means to educate and build credibility for this campaign. Our final destination, jagore.com, was ready to enable people to take their first step towards a better, brighter future for their children. From the main campaign film to a film showcasing the impact of climate change to small steps people can take to bring about and contribute to improving climate change crisis. Over and above this, the website also kept updating its feed from social media to keep new people on the website encouraged and showcasing stories of people who had pledged and shared their stories of change. Our campaign film saw a 38% click-through rate and a 32% completion rate at a film duration that was over 105 seconds, which is one of very few in the industry. We intended to reach far and wide, starting a conversation and making people take notice, and we succeeded. People actively and organically participated in conversations and created user-generated content around the campaign. With a reach of 30 million people, 30 million, and video views of over 10.3 million and counting, we were able to generate 40,000 plus conversations, 281,000 website visits, and more than 270 pieces of UGC. And thus, the results are for you to see for yourself. Our market share increased by 120 BPS. Penetration increase was seen at a high of 200 BPS. Mind measures also showed a healthy upward trajectory, with TOM and consideration for the brand up by 5 and 7% respectively. But for us, the last two results were the most heartening. We saw the pledges on JaagoRe.com go up from 10,000 to 56,000 in year 2 of our ongoing campaign, which is 6x higher in year 2 of a crusade against climate change. But nothing beats the feeling of seeing our Jaago Re video that came back to us from the most unexpected of places: apartment, school, and office WhatsApp groups, reshared by family and friends and by people unknown. If we are able to convert even a few people on this call today to take a step towards saving the planet and saving our children, we will consider it a job well done. And we will not stop till we have actually brought about actionable change. So please wait and watch out for something bigger and better next year. So before we leave, we would like to say, इस बार तो अपने बच्चों के लिए जागो रे, क्योंकि अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं, क्योंकि ये नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं. Of the minutes that we save on this 10-minute presentation, we would request all of you to go to the jagore.com website and please pledge your allegiance to this cause and also have a look at the film. Thank you so much for your time today. Have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, can I go ahead now?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. It's okay, let it go. Can you see the screen?
Yes, we can see.
And I'm audible, right? And the no notes can be seen.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. I really apologize for the earlier mess up. Do let me know when I can
You can
start.
just see a blank page.
You can still see only blank.
Yeah.
And now?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Okay,
we can
great.
see.
Yeah, do let me know when I can start.
You can start.
Okay, great. Dove's Real Beauty campaign is a pioneering initiative that sought to challenge and redefine traditional beauty standards. It aims to celebrate the natural beauty of all women and inspire them on their self-image journey. Dove champions body positivity and self-esteem. But this is not a one-time task. We have to continue this journey with new and relevant interactions with consumers. What should be the next edition in this book of real beauty? That was our biggest challenge. We began a new book for India in 2022. Allow me to set some context to the story. Dove is intrinsically a female-centric brand for women. In the past, Dove has always redefined beauty standards that have long been dictated by media and society. It sought to broaden this narrow and often unattainable beauty standards that leave many women inadequate or insecure. But here came the twist. Our research revealed a very disturbing insight. It told us that an individual's self-esteem, self-worth, and self-confidence depends a lot on the environment she grows up in. Insecurity starts from a very, very young age. As young as 10, she's constantly looked at through the marriage lens and is tested and rejected for not being beautiful enough, fair enough, slim enough, and the list goes on and on. This test of beauty is ugly and disparaging. Why do girls have to conform to such ridiculous notions of beauty, or some stupid expectations of society? For a young woman, the journey of finding a life partner should not be a beauty test. So we told Dove to take on the task of saying, stop this beauty test. For the first year, we posed a question: how much beauty is enough? We focused on matrimony. We went to the beginning where matrimonial ads are placed in newspapers, where prospective brides are paraded in front of their would-be in-laws, and the aftermath of a failed beauty test, rejection. Let's see what we did.
India, a country where 90% of marriages are arranged. They say marriages are made in heaven, but not till they are approved by families. Prospective in-laws judge brides basis an unfair expectation of being slim, fair, tall and perfect, failing which they are rejected, resulting into life-damaging self-esteem and confidence. Dove believes that beauty should be a source of confidence, not anxiety. It launched Stop the Beauty Test campaign with real-life rejected brides to challenge this unfair tradition. Due to regressive matrimony ads and social media conditioning, 631 million women in India are forced to adhere to just one type of beauty. Beauty stereotyping on matrimony platforms became a moment of truth. Partnering the largest matrimony platform, Shaadi.com, we created history by making every bride profile nudge every bride seeker with inspiring real beauty messages. These rejected brides became the cover of leading fashion publishers for the first time. Purpose platforms like Humans of Bombay featured their inspiring stories. Popular influencers came forward and encouraged other women to share their real stories on social media. Dove partnered leading publishers and rewrote the age-old biased matrimony ad without using biased words. Stop the Beauty Test was a fully integrated, high-scale, high-impact and highly engaging campaign. Dove created history by challenging matrimony and media platforms and killing the beauty biases and stereotypes with its real beauty stance. It built confidence and stirred conversations with women posing a question: how much beauty is enough?
In the following year, we raised the mirror to family and friends and people at large. Why? Research showed that the beauty examiners were the young girls' mothers and other female elders. And the beauty examinees could do nothing. Shocking, isn't it? Think about it. And this is mainly to all the ladies and the ladies on the jury and those watching in. Hasn't your mother shouted at you that you won't get a good husband because you were fat? Hasn't your aunt tried to hide that scar on your face with your hair? Haven't your glasses been yanked off you when you were in public? Another form of the beauty test, isn't it? This time, we made Dove pose another simple question. How old were you when you were first exposed to the beauty test? Let's see what we did.
We all fondly remember our firsts, don't we? How old were you when you first went on a solo trip? How old were you when you first learned to swim? How old were you when you first fell in love? Remembering these moments make us laugh and smile as we revisit them. But some firsts do not feel the same.
I was only 14 when one of my family member called me fat.
मैं 17 साल की थी जब मुझसे मेरी पड़ोस की आंटी ने कहा था कि मैं कितनी पतली दिखती हूँ.
I was just 13 when I was called out in the school for my looks.
Dove launched a campaign that told the real stories of 5 schoolgirls who were all put through the beauty test too young. In order to reveal how deep the problem runs, we asked women across the country to remember another first. How old were you when you were first put through a beauty test? A question so relatable and compelling that it made thousands of women come out and share their stories. The question was built into an intuitive filter that drew users to share the age at which they were first body shamed and the impact it had on them. Digital creators, celebrities, and influential voices came out in support with their stories, encouraging millions of their followers to share theirs. Purposeful communities like She the People and Humans of Bombay urged their members to lend their voice to the cause while sharing inspiring stories of women who have overcome beauty biases. The question went mainstream as it echoed on TV sets across the country. NDTV, India's most trusted news channel, created an exclusive telethon bringing together a panel of celebrities and experts to discuss these issues. A QR code throughout this session enabled viewers to discover the filter and share their own stories. With Indian kids being the youngest to reach mobile maturity globally, these beauty tests have found their way into the billions of conversations they have online. To make these conversations more mindful of a young girl's self-esteem, Dove partnered with India's largest smart keyboard app to create a set of unique pop-up messages which alerted users whenever they typed in a body-shaming comment and made them think twice before they press send. This integrated approach across media channels influenced millions of interactions to be more mindful towards a young girl's self-esteem. As beauty tests across the country reduced, the brand love grew. Top publications recognized Dove's efforts. Above all, Dove sparked a revolution to stop beauty tests and start building beauty confidence in young girls.
Changing a mindset is extremely difficult. It takes a lot of effort and time. With each intervention, we have reached closer to our goal. Each year, we have done something different, something new, something meaningful, and met with greater success. We think we have achieved quite a bit, just judging from the recognition we have received. Our only request is please do your bit. Please make sure that your daughter, sister, niece, cousin, or even your friend is not subjected to this test. As I said earlier, this is an ongoing task, a task that will also provide positive societal change. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation is Gulf Superfleet.
Am I audible?
Yes.
I'll just share the screen. ऑडियो कहाँ से शेयर करेंगे? Is the screen visible? Am I audible clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Good afternoon, everyone. In the next 10 minutes, we will talk about a campaign which impacted the lives of people in a profession which is the most difficult, most essential, but most ignored. Sorry. Are the slides changing?
No, it is not. The slide is not changing.
Yeah, there's some technical glitch.
Yeah, it has now come. It has come.
Truckers, they're the lifeline of the economy, yet their role is as invisible as is their pay. They are away for weeks together from their family with a feeling of missing on most of the family moments. Important for the society, but only on paper. In reality, they are actually unseen and unheard. Most often faced with the dilemma of safety or survival, survival takes the precedence at most of the times. Lack of infrastructure, insufficient government-funded healthcare programs deprive an entire population segment of the basic human rights, which is healthcare. This life of ill health and social disrespect has led the truckers to be called the 37th caste in the Indian villages. While they were struggling for survival, most of the brands in the category were talking about a core benefit of protection. Protection to a segment which was the most unprotected. And therefore, the challenge was for Gulf Superfleet how to operate in an invisible category with cliched functional benefits and make a visible impact on a difficult to reach trucker community, also moving the brand metrics and sales positively. Truck is an emotional investment for the trucker. It is its livelihood. Logic doesn't reach to these trucker segment as emotions can reach them. And hence the task at hand was to portray a functional core benefit of protection in an emotional manner which creates a distinctive experience for them. To make protection matter to the trucker, we had to bring alive the philosophy of protection. And for this, we needed to shift the lens from the context of protection of his vehicle to be seen in the context of his life. Truckers protected their family, felt proud, protected their trucks and their engines. But these protectors also needed to be protected. The amalgamation of the brand promise of protection and the world and India's largest cultural festival around protection, which is Raksha Bandhan, gave us the idea of Suraksha Bandhan, an idea which resonated very well emotionally with the truck. In a twist to the tale of the ritual, wherein the brother is expected to protect the sister, we portrayed the sister being the protector of her trucker brother. Thus came alive Suraksha Bandhan in 2019. We partnered with Big FM and created on-ground activations. The truckers were pleasantly surprised when they saw the sisters waiting at Transport Nagars to celebrate Raksha Bandhan with them, which they had not done together for several years. We all know about 2020. It brought down lockdown. We were confined to our houses, but the trucker community was still there on the roads in the most unsafe environments. Suraksha Bandhan became Suraksha Rakhi, a one of its own kind of innovation. Rakhi, which had a dispensable soap. It was protection at hand for the trucker on the go. 2021 saw the vaccination and hope, but the truckers neither had the resource nor the time to go to the vaccination camps. Suraksha Bandhan transformed into Suraksha Tika, an exclusive vaccination drive for the truck drivers. We took the vaccination camps to where the truckers were going, which was Transport Nagars, instead of they coming to the vaccination camps. We successfully vaccinated more than 10,000 truckers across the country. We also partnered with TV9 Network this year to widen and amplify the reach of the campaign. Policymakers, union ministers, medical associations, health professionals, almost every transport association in the country wholeheartedly supported us in this initiative. 2022, we onboarded with one more partner on surety and created an exclusive healthcare program which gave access to professional healthcare to the truckers in the form of health insurance and personal accident cover. Through this campaign, we successfully disseminated personal accident cover worth rupees 300 crores and health insurance worth rupees 100 crores, along with 50,000 free doctor consultations. Every year, the campaign was launched with a heartwarming digital film showing the emotional bond between the trucker brother and her sister. Let's see the journey of Suraksha Bandhan over these years.
The trucker community is the lifeblood of our economy. A trucker is out on the roads in sweltering heat, biting cold, torrential rains, away from the family, missing most of the festivals and family moments. Truckers are often overlooked, giving them a feeling of being unseen and unheard by the very society they help move forward. To connect with them, we had to go beyond the cliched product-led conversations and recognize their humanity. We realized that this most physically and mentally demanding professions had the least access to professional healthcare and protection. This led to the conceptualization of the campaign Suraksha Bandhan in 2019. On the occasion of Raksha Bandhan, when India celebrates the bond of protection, we launched a first-of-its-kind campaign for our trucker brothers. With each passing year, the campaign created a product which would help the truckers and protect them in their moment of need. Partnering with Big FM, the campaign started on Raksha Bandhan Day with an on-ground initiative where we pleasantly surprised the truck drivers at Transport Nagars, where their sisters were waiting to tie them Rakhis. We also crowdsourced and aired heartwarming stories of trucker brothers and sisters away from each other on the occasion of Raksha Bandhan. Who can forget 2020? When we were sitting in our homes, there was no respite for the truckers. They continued to work, become the backbone of everything from the medical supply chains to work from home economy. Suraksha Bandhan took the form of a Suraksha Rakhi, a one-of-its-kind innovation, a Rakhi enclosing paper soaps, protection at hand for the trucker on the go. Even with lockdown restrictions and no gatherings allowed, we managed to distribute Suraksha Rakhis, which equaled the number of missed calls we received. In 14 cities, along with Suraksha Rakhis, we also distributed 32,000 masks. 2021 brought in COVID vaccination along with the feeling of safety. This year, along with Big FM, we also partnered with TV9 Network for Suraksha Bandhan Season 3, which emerged in the form of a Suraksha Tika for the truckers.
पिछले 2 सालों से हम रक्षाबंधन के त्योहार पर आपके लिए बड़ी ही कमाल की चीज लेकर आ रहे हैं। गल्फ सुपर फ्लीट सुरक्षा बंधन।
हम इस बार सुरक्षा बंधन सीजन 3 मनाते हुए लेकर आए हैं सुरक्षा का टीका यानी वैक्सीन।
हमारे ट्रकर भाइयों ने पैंडेमिक के टाइम हमारा बहुत साथ निभाया है। इसके लिए हम तहे दिल से शुक्रगुजार हैं और जिंदगी भर रहेंगे। हाय, मैं हूँ फारा खान। हाय, मैं हूँ तापसी पन्नू।
मैं हूँ सोनाक्षी सिन्हा। हमारे ट्रकर भाइयों ने पैंडेमिक के मुश्किल दौर में हम सबका साथ निभाया। तो इस रक्षाबंधन में सभी ट्रकर भाइयों से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि इस साल सुरक्षा बंधन में सुरक्षा का टीका यानी कोविड-19 की वैक्सीनेशन जरूर लगवाएं। हैप्पी सुरक्षा बंधन।
Suraksha Bandhan in 2024 became bigger. We launched a first-of-its-kind health program, giving truckers access to professional healthcare. Collaborating with Onsurity, we created a health card specially designed for truckers, giving them access to 1 lakh of health insurance, 3 lakh rupees of personal accident cover, and several other medical benefits. We set up health camps to educate, register, and give health cards. Through Suraksha Bandhan, we successfully moved the narrative from engine protection to life protection. So successfully, in fact, that it reached one of the most influential policymakers of India.
अच्छी पहल TV9 और गल्फ कंपनी ने की है। उनको इस प्रोग्राम के लिए मेरी बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं और
But above all, we ended up creating a safety net for the health of India's 37th caste.
While social media burst when the campaign was aired, over the years, the brand had about 5 lakh plus seconds on Big FM and TV9 network through special episodes and special formats. And yes, the brand health moved northwards. Total awareness 12 to 15%, font awareness 4%, brand familiarity 12%, intention to use and recommendation among the attendees by 55% and 53% respectively. Yes, the sales also moved 13 to 18% upwards every year. Our campaign challenged the way traditionally truckers were engaged. Suraksha Bandhan focused on their health and their protection and gave them a feeling of wanted and protected. On behalf of Gulf Super Fleet, I would quote, मैं तो अकेला चला था जानिबे मंजिल, लोग मिलते गए और कारवां बनता गया. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, UltraTech Cement, बात घर की.
Hello, am I audible and visible in full screen?
Yes.
Okay, can I start?
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nikita Mehta, and I'll be taking you through the case study, Baat Ghar Ki Har Saal. But don't worry, ये presentation साल जितना लंबा नहीं चलेगा. So before we all kickstart our weekend, आइए, हम और आप मिलके करते हैं कुछ बात घर की. हमने बहुत बार किसी ना किसी को ये कहते हुए सुना होगा कि यार जिंदगी में एक बार मुझे अपना घर बनाना है, क्योंकि अपना घर बनाना is considered to be the biggest achievement in life, a dream that everyone wants to fulfill. It is a sense of pride, identity, and a badge of competence. And 90% Indians build it only once in life. और ये वो लोग हैं जो शहरों में घर खरीदते नहीं, बल्कि ग्रास रूट लेवल पे स्क्रैच से बनाते हैं. With more than 70% of UltraTech's business coming from these individual home builders who reside in small towns and rural areas, this consumer segment of IHBs is of the utmost importance for us as a brand. Now, these IHPs have a lot of aspirations. However, when he embarks on this complex journey, he has little to no knowledge about the process and from where to start. This leads to a huge gap in what he wants to build and how he wants to go about building it. While he seeks multiple opinions from friends and family and depends on external entities, he ends up getting overwhelmed, confused, and perplexed. While cement is the most crucial component in home building, but only adding to the IHB's confusion, every renowned brand in the cement category only communicates functional benefits centered around durability and strength. No brand was fully acknowledging his pain points, and there was no conversation on where to begin or what steps to follow. The IHB was desperately in need of an unbiased partner that guides him through his entire home building journey with subject matter expertise. Keeping this insight in mind, as the #1 cement brand in India, we took the onus to change the category narrative from functional to emotional. With an objective to connect with the IHBs more credibly, we decided to become and position ourselves as the expert home building companion, making UltraTech cement synonymous to home building. As the first step, we created Baat Ghar Ki, the Wikipedia of home building, an A to Z guide right from planning to execution. This powerhouse of home building content was elevated in multimedia to reach our beloved home builders in their desired language and at their relevant touchpoints. So let us take you through this unique journey of how we became an expert home building companion in this category, brick by brick and year on year.
बनावे का बड़ा इरादा है तो सुनो बात घर की, देश के #1 सीमेंट अल्ट्राटेक के साथ।
बड़े इरादों का घर है बनाना, तो बाबू रवि किशन से ये किस्सा सुन के जाना।
कीजिए कॉल इस नंबर पर और मुझे बताइए अपने घर बनाने के सभी एक्सपीरियंसेस। हम और आप जल्द मिलेंगे और करेंगे बात घर की। दिल्ली की नामी फाइनेंस कंपनी में काम करने वाले अंबिका जी और मनीष जी कुछ साल पहले वीआरएस लेकर चले आए वापस अपने शहर मेरठ, जहां वो अब बना रहे हैं अपना खुद का घर। आइए मनीष जी और अंबिका जी, प्लीज टेक अ सीट। आइए आप दोनों के साथ करते हैं बात घर की।
జాబ్ కోసం అప్పుడప్పుడు వేరే ఊరికి వెళ్ళి సెటిల్ అవ్వాల్సి వస్తుంది। మా దోస్తులు కూడా అంతే।
নিজের বাড়ি তৈরি হয় জীবনে একবারই, আর সেটা বানানোর জন্য লাগে রক্ত জল করা পরিশ্রম আর বুক ভরা সাহস।
our results for this were transformational. We reached 600 million people across all channels. Our brand searches increased by 229%. We attained an 89% brand recall. The brand recommendation scores reached an all-time high at 48%. Share of endorsement for being India's #1 cement improved by a staggering 72%. 60% IHBs associated UltraTech as the expert home building companion. 44% home builders found UltraTech as the most reliable brand. We gained about 60 crores worth of earned media. And most importantly, our sales increased by 17% and profits by 37%, making UltraTech a brand of more than 63,000 crores. While these results are a testament to our success, and we've been acknowledged with over 40 medals across various prestigious forums, our bigger win was that we were able to help millions of IHBs to successfully build their homes from scratch while redefining the cement category and elevating our position as the expert home building companion. Our efforts as a brand and in media will continue in the years to come. क्योंकि बनेगा इंडिया तभी तो बढ़ेगा इंडिया. Thank you.
Thank you.